Welcome back to Phoenix Springs. Last time, we arrived at Phoenix Springs. That was literally how it ended. So, I should have known that the game wasn't over. In hindsight, I kept going last time because I thought, oh, we're about to find the protagonist's brother and solve the central mystery. And, the game's about to be over. It's a short little point and click thing. But no, the game keeps going. We were sent... Well, we were told to stay away from Phoenix Springs, which is why we went to Phoenix Springs. And I should have known that we would go to Phoenix Springs because that's the name of the game. So, yeah, don't I look dumb for thinking that it was gonna end at her brother. But, here we go. What does Iris think about Phoenix Springs?
I must find out how to get there. My little brother. I must learn what happened to him.
Yeah, you call him your little brother, but he looked much older last time.
And say what?
Fine, use the door. I just prefer to talk to things before I use them, you know? Not a user. It's the desert. Man, why is the door on the opposite side of the tracks from the station? That seems like questionable design.
I point at the sign. Is this the stop for Phoenix Springs? Is that such a crime, he asks. To change my mind, I don't know what to say to that.
Let's try saying Phoenix Springs again.
How do I get there? Why would I go back, he asks. Maybe I'll find it myself. Maybe best if you don't, he says. I ask about my brother. His eyes roll at the mention. That name again, he sighs.
Oh.
He says, no matter what I do, there's forever a crying one asking about Leodoma. I press him. There's crying ones everywhere, he says, with a dismissive wave of the hand.
The crying one. What's that mean?
What did he mean by a crying one? He says he's had enough wailing to last him a lifetime. Plenty of cries, he says, past the 101. Strange combinations of words declaimed like idioms, like I should know what he means.
The 101.
What did he mean by the 101? A place, a person, a sacred being. He asks where I heard the name. It came from his mouth. There. Then a memory. I must leave this place. Another. That's why I'm off to the sea.
Well, that seems to be all our talking points right now.
Enough for the time being. But he has a question for me. Will I join him? When he goes to the sea.
We'll see.
Eager, anguished face. Maybe I lie. This appeases him somehow.
Look at the map.
Yellowing, unlabeled.
Oh, so it's a useless map. Maybe we can get something out of it if we talk.
Conversation would be one-sided.
Well, the map has a front and a back, I bet.
I think I know what it used to say.
What did it used to say? You gonna let the rest of us know? Nah, I'm kidding. It probably said Phoenix Spring. Alright, let's trek through the desert. As I watch this walk cycle go all the way across the screen. Ooh, a ladder. Heights are fun. Not called Phoenix Heights, it's called Phoenix Springs. But, you know, springs can also lead to heights. If we're talking about spring-loaded stuff. Like a trampoline. Well, then it's in the right place.
I scroll through a few frequencies. Sympathetic. Not for the faint of heart.
Well, I'm not faint of heart.
I have no desire to sit in it.
But I'm the player, and I told you to use it.
It's a receiver, not a
It's a receiver.
conversation would be one-sided. Gravity-defying shapes.
Look at those rocks. Alright, before I forget, what do I think about this other stuff?
The crying one has been asking about Leo. I should find out who it is. That won't help me find it.
Really? I mean, I feel like it was tied together. Like, 101 leads to the crying one. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna go back down. I thought there'd be more up here. The right. I don't know. We don't really seem dressed for desert weather, but what do I know, I guess.
They almost look hand-carved.
Why make me go through this screen if there's not really all that much to interact with? I mean, yeah, it's a vast desert, probably trying to set a tone. But right now I'm just clicking the edge of the screen and waiting for something to happen.
Sculpted by erosion. Sculpted by erosion.
Here. Did I run out of edge? Because, like, it's not turning into a right arrow. I could go back to the left. Yeah, this appears to be a dead end, actually, which is weird because it seems like the train tracks keep going. What did I miss? Let's go back and find out. Waiting.
Gravity-defying shapes.
Yeah. Not really sure I'd go so far as to say gravity defying. Like, they don't float. There's some architectural elements to the structure of the rocks that keep it suspended. Because it's attached to other rocks. Left. Can I go here towards the screen? No.
Some of them do look like digits.
Achievements.
Doesn't tell me who they are.
Walking along, following tracks. But now I'm following back tracks. Ha ha ha. I don't think I missed anything up the ladder, but I may go back there if I don't turn anything up at the station. Like, okay, she said the map wasn't very easy to read, but is there enough there that if I look at it with the 101 that maybe there's something on the map with the, I don't know, like Route 101.
The number doesn't appear here.
Is there anyone crying?
Not on it. Not what it says.
Okay, well, can't say I didn't try that now. The 101 a train? Doesn't actually let me test this combination. It just thinks I want to go back on the train. Wait, I can control the train?
Could be some kind of code. I wonder if I can set the destination. Nothing happens. It's all pre-programmed.
I did not expect to be able to come into the control area of the train.
That's what it's for. Archaic. It's a wonder this thing moves at all. Nothing happens. It's all pre-programmed.
Well, I must have, at least I must have needed train in my word bank.
Doesn't even show the station. Doesn't even show the station.
Now I wanted the sign. Why do they have to be so close together?
Must be the name of the stop.
Okay, well maybe I can do some sort of radio magic. Like with the 101 or the train or something. Just gotta wait for you to climb that ladder again, Iris. Up we go.
I tune it to the frequency. I wonder if the radio can help, though.
Only now do you think to put that in the... Okay.
I don't see how that helps. If there is a link, I don't...
Okay, radio, radio.
It's a receiver, not a... No reason to believe... I can't quite connect the two. Already tried, nothing but that. Antique radio cabinet. I think it's solar powered. It's a receiver. It's a receiver.
Been saying that a lot, huh? It's not a receiver. Well, I at least got the word radio. I'll go back to the train, see if I can use it there. Because if anything else here has a radio, it would be the train. Doobity-doo-doo-doo-doo-ba-dee-da-da, walking around. Walking around in the sand, making a sound. No one around to hear it. So am I really making noise?
No radio.
Well, so much for that idea. Radio plus station. Ha 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 ha. Just for good measure, I should try it on the map.
Receive connection.
Try it on the sign.
Not sure how that's.
Well, let's trek to the opposite side of the desert again and see if anything's changed. Or, again, just for good measure. What, we don't want a rock station?
Not sure how that.
All I can click on is desert and rock.
Some of them do.
Anyway, I was almost wondering if we would run into the guy who said he was going to go to the sea. Because he left the first screen. But we didn't get to talk to him about trains or radios. Oh, so I'm back here at what appears to be a dead end.
No.
I wouldn't mind having to check back and forth so much if it was a shorter walk. But, yeah, I don't know. I must have missed something clickable because pretty sure I've tried every. Yeah, we have less keywords now because since we're done with the college saga and the Leo's house saga, all these words are grayed out. We don't need them anymore, and I can't use them even if I want to. I'm pretty sure I've tried all the solid words on all the places. At least all the ones that I've found so far, including the stupid rocks. I mean, the last thing that she said was that the radio could be helpful somehow. But all that did was put radio in my keywords, and I haven't found anything to work with radio. That includes the train, where she just said there is no radio on the control panel. And it can't walk to the left, like, on the train tracks behind the train. Why would we want that? Now I'm gonna come back here. Is there anything here at the station I missed? Desert is just leaving. Yeah, it's just the map and the sign. She doesn't understand the map.
The letters seem to match.
So we are in Phoenix Springs. How come when I go back there, it flashes back to the train screen for like a single frame and then is like, whoops.
If there is a link, I don't.
Oh, no, 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 no. Control panel, train.
Doesn't tell me who they are. I wonder if I can set the destination.
I think we tried using the control panel already, and then you're like, it's all pre-programmed.
Nothing happened. It's all pre-programmed. That doesn't.
Yeah, train, you can't explain what happened to my brother. I just took you to the desert to try and find out. I feel so stuck right now. It's been almost a half hour, and I feel like most of this has just been walking. And, like, waiting for Iris to finish walking.
Gravity defying.
Yell at the rocks. I don't know. Use the rocks.
Steep climb.
Well, it's a steep climb that you're gonna make again because I'm gonna keep looking around until I can figure this out. Or until I give up. Which is a very real possibility at this point. Anywhere else to move up here? No. Can't click here. Can't there. There's more rocks.
Already tried. Nothing but that. It's a receiver.
No, I tried the one-on-one on the radio.
101, but it didn't work. It's a receiver. Not sure how that. If there is a.
All I get is,
That's got nothing to.
Your brother might have liked rocking chairs.
No. I must find out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're there. Like, you said the letters on the sign matched up. Then it becomes like, why was Leo talking about this desert of all places? Why is it called Springs if it's a desert? Like, what happened? That'd be interesting to know. I just
It's a receiver, not a.
don't know how to go about it in the slightest.
Tell me who they are.
The crying one is the player.
Gravity defying ship.
I'm trying to be real thorough. Perhaps what I need to do is, there is a menu. Now, how do I make that menu show up? Would that be a keyboard control? Right clicking on iris doesn't do it.
They almost look hand-carved. I can't climb them.
Move towards the screen, but like there's no arrow to transition in a three-dimensional space here. I can only scroll. Wait a minute.
Something about this specific formation.
Game is doing something. Or not. Did it just stop? The game froze.
It resembles the three numbers.
There we go. Oh my god. Wait, was that not? No, wait. I got an achievement. So was that option? No, it's required.
Leakage to the oasis.
Oh my god. Well, now I understand why the desert screens were all there, because they wanted you to really look at it.
Heart of the desert. Its gravity. It pulls me.
That was an evil puzzle. Oh, so the train and the radio were completely useless. Cool, cool, cool. You know.
Imposing. Unusual ring pattern. Not much I...
Well, you could sit on it like this person.
Rebellious streak in her. She should be chewing gum.
I bet.
What are you? She asks. I tell her I'm a reporter. A dog chasing her tail, she says. What's a reporter without news? I'm not sure. We shouldn't talk anymore, she says. One of many confusing conversations here. My interlocutor can volunteer information. My information doesn't quite reach them.
Are you the crying one?
The crying one has been asking about Leo. I should find out who it is.
The sound is just low in general. Like, I already turned it up last time. I can turn it up again. But, like, there's not a lot of noise happening in the game right now. There's some faint rustling of leaves and bird chirping. And then the protagonist's voice is also, like, very high-pass filter.
my brother want me to come here? This place holds answers. My little brother. He
Oh,
warned
wait,
me
that's
about this
me.
place.
I'm clicking on me. Right, I meant to click on the girl.
We shouldn't talk anymore, she says.
No, keep talking.
We shouldn't talk anymore, she says.
Well, fine, screw you. To the bridge. Look at it.
Sturdy,
Look at
ancient
it.
structure. The wooden guardrails have a glossy sheen, polished by 1,000 palms.
Anything else I can look at? The water. Look at it.
Makes the place what it is.
Talk to it.
And say what? Conversation would be one-sided.
Okay, go to the old tree. Hello, stretching man.
Picture of health. Lean limbs, clear skin. I'm stretching, he says. So I see. The secret is to extend past your standard range of motion. There is a binary between mind and body, other and self, matter and form, sacred and profane, imaginary and real, chaos and cosmos. He goes on. The man can talk, but not listen, apparently.
The dichotomy of man.
Other and self, matter and form, sacred and profane.
Okay, we heard this.
Chaos and he goes
I
on.
get it.
The man can talk, but not.
I'm gonna try one more thing, but I bet it's just gonna be the same old.
Chaos and sacred. He goes on. The man can talk, but not listen.
Neither can I, because I didn't take the hint to not even bother talking to him. Look at this
Seems as
tree.
ancient as the mountains themselves. Must have been here for a long time.
Is the tree the crying one?
That doesn't
Orchard or riverbank? Orchard. Now, look at this tree.
more a bush than a tree. Its berries have a briny, fishy aroma. Head-sized, tough-shelled fruit. The ripest ones smell zesty and sweet.
Either that or like a wannabe ASMR.
First, but there's a smoky, acrid fragrance, like an old train station or forest fire. It's entrancing. Some kind of plums. The emanating smell is rich, wholesome, like toasted grain.
There's a boy here? Could you tell this was a boy? I just happened to run my mouse over him. And now it's a boy.
Monk-like. I sense impatience, though.
Sounds like the perfect person to talk to.
He asks why is it so hard to get a straight answer these days. It's all disjointed here. I tell him I've just arrived. I can't trust anyone, he says, moping. Those trees by the river, they weren't there yesterday. Reporter's hunch. Some of these folks aren't worth my time.
Or I could mention the crying one.
I can't trust anyone, he says, moping.
It does sound like that.
Pointy, orchid-like. Strong smell I can only describe as medical. Cleaning fluid or disinfectant. Bright red but with a green smell. Herbaceous, mint or dill.
Never heard smell described as a color.
Cyan beauties. But the stench. Like sour sweat.
Go up the stone steps, but be careful not to profuse sour sweat.
The rocking of an addict outside the clinic. I don't recognize the melody she's humming.
Is it the crying one?
I ask if she's okay. She shoos me away. You're making me forget the tune, she says.
There's a tunnel. Secret tunnel. Or this lumps around to the old tree. So we'll go through the tunnel. Wow, check out this tunnel. All I can think about is this tunnel. I've got tunnel vision. Boy, that sure was an exciting tunnel. Now to go to the cabin and get high. It funneled me to the cabin. Instrument. What's the word? Non-distinct.
Snakehead machine. Clinical imaging device. Repurposed to produce sounds.
Oh, that kind of instrument. I'm like, how do you play this thing? Are you the crying one?
That won't help.
I talk to tall woman.
Remember the tower, she asks. 50 pods per floor, she says. Maximum occupancy. The fire escape was a monstrous spiral staircase. But then what? She's lost in her reverie. Won't say anything else.
So about the crying one?
She's lost in her reverie. Won't say anything else.
Oh, I love how helpful these NPCs are. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo, down the hill. Seems this tunnel was only good for reaching the cabin. I think there was one area that I skipped because there were branching paths and I had to pick a direction. Let me try and find where that was. Maybe that's the lead I need. Wait, is this a different old tree from the first old tree? This is totally a different old tree, because we didn't have a squatting man before. We had a stretching man.
He inquires first. What happens when you place a mirror in front of another mirror? I don't know. Some kind of infinity. You have two mirrors, he says. The thought tickles him. He giggles. Don't know why I expected wisdom. Maybe it's the tree.
See, when I have a mirror in front of another mirror, my first thought is self-reflection.
He giggles. Puzzling train of thought. Non sequiturs. Irrelevant answers. I notice a pattern. He giggles. I've seen the past with my own eyes. Okay. He giggles. Elder giant.
Gate. Water. Water. Gate. Statues.
A headless builder brandishing a trowel. The plinth has been defaced. What remains are three letters. S-O-N. Anonymous figure. Clutching scrolls or blueprints of some kind.
More statues.
Muscular kneeling man. Untitled artwork.
Muscular kneeling man.
Sanitary clothing, surgical mask, skull cap. The eyes are remarkably lifelike. Another vandalized inscription. I can make out the last three letters. E-O-N.
Sun. Eon. Eons of
I
suns.
recognize a vial. The rest fell apart. I recognize a vial. The rest fell apart.
Also, this guy is standing without his right knee, so, like, that's neat. Alright, so about that gate. There is a gate. This is a big place. A lot of screens. Compared to the first chapter that we played last time, a lot more screens. I mean, the university had a decent number of screens, but this is a whole new level of screens. Doopy 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 doopity doop. Look at the buckets.
Filled with rotting fruit. Stacked head high, pyramid-like.
How we use the
Why?
buckets. For fun. Because, you know, when all else fails and you've already used the tunnel, then you just say, ah, bucket. And do whatever you want.
Hollow, ominous. Buzzes gently. Doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
More random achievements. We're walking. And we're walking. And we're going to the riverbank. Walking. And we're walking. Another cabin. Broken bridge. Where even am I in this picture? Wow, way back here. That is wild. Can I talk to you from here?
She can't hear me.
That's what I figured. More rotting fruit, eh?
I was a real butcher, he laments. A proper rat, apex creature. He burps and retches. I'd gut your office, he says. I'd strip the premises. Even sniffed out a font that saved money on ink. Enjoying the fumes a bit too much. Enjoying the fume.
Okay, well.
Enjoying the fume.
Fine. He's got a fireplace.
Fresh ashes.
Keep hitting the wrong button.
Why? Various stages of rot. Strong fermented smell. Potpourri of dehydrated petals, fruit, bark. Public transport body odor.
Okay, to the broken bridge. Because there's more screens. Just what I needed. More places to keep track of.
Couldn't outlast the elements.
A useless broken bridge.
That's as far as I go.
Village. I'm going through all that, and now I'm just now finding the village. Are there like actual people I can talk to? Living in a
Ancient
village?
furnace. Hasn't been fired in a long time. It's been hollowed out, or hasn't been filled in yet. Red-eyed. Hands and face blackened by coal or ash.
Well, I'd be remiss not to try crying one.
Is she okay? Can I help? I'm sorry, she says, like a child who disappointed her parents. What for? I don't remember, she sobs. Is she safe here? Anyone to speak to? She shrugs. I have no idea. Someone around here asked about Leo Dormer. Does she know him? It's possible, she says without much conviction. I don't feel great about pressing her, but this is crucial. It backfires. She breaks down. I'm going under soon, she says, and I can't remember my own name. I can't remember my craft. I can't even remember what I look like anymore. She's the best lead I have so far. I must jolt her memory.
That is sad that this is the best lead. So we found the crying one.
I describe her features. Slender frame, shoulder-length hair. No, she protests. That's all wrong. Any pointers? Initials? Nothing. What does she mean by craft? She answers with another question. Why did they have to make the words so ugly, she asks. I'm unsure what she means. They replaced my instructions, so I had to burn them, she explains. That's why I don't remember, she says. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. Where did she burn them? Why? Why, she asks back. Why did they make the words so ugly? The topic confuses and upsets her. Goes nowhere.
Well, we tried all those. And at least
Okay,
that's some
I should
real
take it easy
progress.
on her. Soot-stained hearth.
I thought maybe she burnt the instructions in there and there might be some remnants. No.
The topic confuses.
No, not
Goes
her.
nowhere.
Back off for a second. Burnt fireplace.
If she did burn them in there, the evidence is gone.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to check.
Hand-stained timber.
Does she do craft with wood?
Hand handprints don't match. Makes me think this isn't her task. Filled with viscous, blood-red paint. Smells of burnt wood.
Alright, off to look around. Did she burn them in the kiln?
Good guess. But it's empty except for crumbled bricks. I know
Even
you,
see
he
this
says.
guy.
Used to read all your articles. Sounds more like scorn than flattery. Under his breath, he calls me a traitor. Did I hear him right? You either live your culture or destroy it, he says. There is no in-between. Another sock puppet spewing out nonsense.
You know anything about the craft of the person next door?
I don't feel particularly safe talking to him.
About anything?
I don't feel particularly safe.
Fine.
Fine selection of garments, yet so few choose to wear them. Pedal powered. Turns fibers into thread.
No, I was not done in there. Go back. First off, did she burn them in this fireplace?
All I can see is soot.
Second off, do we think this is her craft?
A seamstress. Could be. But I need proof. A seamstress. Could be. But I need. Finding her instructions could help. Pedal powered. Turns fibers. Manual weaving machine.
Anything else in here? Oop. The camera. Alright, there is more village to my right. It's another cabin. Gonna keep checking fireplaces.
Not in this one either. Wooden. Rustic. Miniature versions of the cabin I'm standing in. They're identical, even in their defects. Grotesque carvings. Distorted features. Propped against the wall. Doesn't lead anywhere.
Okay. Could be a mask maker, but again, we wouldn't have proof for that either, so... You're bored, you can talk to me.
What are you? She asks. Still a reporter. You're right, she says. People don't change. Not sure I agree. Look who's talking, she says. We shouldn't talk anymore, she says.
So helpful, these people.
Flour and greyish paste. This one's for baking. Full of ashes and charred crust. The instructions aren't in there. Clay pots. Frothy liquids and powders. Finely ground. Speckled with ashes. Both rock hard and breaking down.
Riverbank's that way. There's another... Yeah, that's the same cabin. Alright, I guess back up towards the riverbank. La 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 la. Oh, you're new.
Deep in thoughts, unclothed. 2 fingers on his left wrist. He's monitoring his pulse. Health concerns? He presents his artery as evidence. I anticipate an anomaly in the data, he says. Stiffness in the hinges. Fever to cook the mind. This heart never stutters. He sounds almost let down. The only unknown, he says, is your influence. Maybe I shouldn't be here. Correct, he says. None of us should be here.
You know where here is? Phoenix Springs.
He asks to be left alone. Even healers need healing.
But you see, there's this crying
He asks to
person.
be left alone. Even healers.
Oh, screw you too, and everyone else in this town for wasting my time. Wow, it took all that time to loop around back to here. So I guess I went the long way around, because at the beginning I could have gone towards the riverbank, and I would have found the crying one sooner. But now I guess I'm going to do another lap, because we have new stuff. Right now, my best lead is that I'm supposed to find those instructions so I can prove what the person's name is or what they do for a living. It's gonna be a bit of a walk as I get back to any other part of the village that had a fireplace. Kind of assuming these NPCs don't change their attitude by this point. Like, they must later. But burnt tree, eh? Forgot about the burnt tree, but if it's burnt, then that could be where she burned the instructions.
The tree has been set alight. Repeatedly, it seems. But no instructions. How is that a clue?
I don't know, I thought maybe it would be under the tree and it didn't get burned, even though the tree got burned, so she thought it was burned. That poor tree. And I have no idea how to talk to this woman. Oh, she's on the other side of the... Is she? I don't know. She's on the other side of the water, maybe the broken bridge, but...
I run my hand through paper-thin cinders. There is also paper in there. Erdnach. Step 1, illegible. But that must be the instructions.
Erdnach. Hooray! You know anything about Erdnach?
Enjoying the fumes of...
Yeah, same reaction. I guess my immediate thought is to go present Erdnach to her. Oh, yeah, I really went the long way around. Like, here we are.
Found a burnt piece of paper. Erdnak was written on it. Such an ugly word, she complains. It sounds demonic, like an incantation. So she knows it. I'm supposed to make it, she says, but I don't know what it is. Right track. I should find out what it means.
Okay. Well, that's my next goal then. What's an Erdnak? Let me think. Is there anything? Erdnak. And do anything with the letters? Three and hard. Wait, harden with a K. Or Donker.
No, I need to decode them.
Are you comfortable talking to him now?
I don't feel particularly safe talking.
Is it something that can be reflected?
Doesn't tell me what it means.
What was in this cabin again? Yeah, this was the seamstress cabin.
Doesn't tell me what it means. Doesn't tell me what. Doesn't tell me what it means.
Hmm. Hmm. And then maybe I should go see if Mr. Fumes has anything to say about it. Even though it'll probably just tell me he's still enjoying the fumes too much. But I mean, it was burned in his fireplace.
Enjoying the fumes a bit too much.
Well, all that. Wait. Or not. If you rearrange the letters and you add chief, then it would be handkerchief. But then why were the letters so mixed up? Hmm. And even if that is what it means, I need character in the game to be able to come up with it. I guess there's no guarantee that that's what it is. Like, does this have something to do with the fruit? You, laughing man. Tell me of Erdnak.
Inquires first. Like the game of chess, I have pieces and a checkerboard. What am I? I don't know. Checkers. He giggles. I don't get what's so funny. He giggles. I don't get.
Do you know the name?
What in the whole of creation looks most like an apple? I don't know.
Apple?
A peach. Another apple, he says. Still giggling. I don't get what's so funny.
He keeps talking about mirror stuff. Like, reflections. And I do I have a small mirror I could test this with, but I'd have to write down the word. Kind of wonder what happens if you put Erdnak up to a mirror. Let me try and imagine it. I mean, you'd have a backwards E and a backwards R. I don't think that would really do anything. Yeah, the only letters that would stay the same backwards are A and H. And N, I guess. And the other ones don't form other letters. It's not like an ambigram.
Still giggling. I don't get what's so funny.
Well, I'm gonna see if anything's changed by the statues. That's the thing, there's so many screens in this place.
Anonymous figure. Clutching scrolls or blueprints of some kind.
This one, there was an E-O-N and there was an S-O-N. None of those letters match up with Erdnak. At least, none of those three-letter sequences do. There's a beach over here? Okay. So many screens. Another statue.
This one's a lonely limb. No markings on the plinth. So peaceful here.
Well, on the note of finding this peaceful beach and wondering what the heck to do with the word Erdnak, that's something I'm gonna figure out next time. Assuming there is a next time on Phoenix Springs. For anyone who checked this out, thank you. Thanks, Pack, for stopping by tonight during the live portion. And yeah, in some way, some form, I'll be back around and maybe see you again. Bye.